Hey everybody, how's it going? Alright, so today I'm taking a look at the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Collect to Build Batmobile Batgirl. And I'm so happy that I have this figure because if you watched my Nightwing video last week, you'll already know my thoughts on this figure, but I'm just going to go into more detail here, obviously. So, let's just jump into the accessories real quick. She comes with a grappling hook, or grapple gun, which is not the same one that came with Bruce. It's actually different, if you see right here. The guns are different, or the gun itself is different, and then the ropes are different, as well as the hooks themselves. Oop. There we go. As well as the hooks themselves. So, personally, I prefer Batman's more, but I like what they were going for with this. It's very simple. Also, this kind of droops a little bit. Kind of sucks. And she also comes with a Batarang in gold. And it also is a different sculpt than the one that came with Batman, which is kind of cool. I like that it's not just the same stuff reused. I personally like this one better. I do wish it was a little bit slimmer, more to be like as slim as that one, but I like this design more. And as do all of the DC figures so far, and most of McFarlane's figures in general, come with a stand, and you can see right here, ooh, this is a little dirty. Let's get all the schmutz off of there. Get the schmutz off. There you go. See, it says DC on there. That's just printed on there. Nothing special, just a peg hole. And now, take a look at the detail on the figure. And I'm so glad that they went with this suit for this, because this is my favorite suit for Batgirl. In all of the history of Batgirl, I've loved all the suits for the most part, but this one, I don't know, this one just kind of stuck out to me, and I like this one. So, this is also my first Batgirl figure, and it's the only one that I've actually wanted to pick up because it's for the same reason I don't have a comic Wonder Woman, because no other Wonder Woman figure, comic-wise, has looked good enough for me to want to buy. All of them have looked like garbage. Except for the DC Essentials one, which I do want to get at some point. But I don't know, it kind of depends on if they show off one for the McFarlane figures. But the head sculpt, I like the head sculpt. I think it's very stylized, as are most of the figures in this line so far. You see her little bat ears from the cowl poking up through here. You can see her mask, which this does not hide her face at all. Like, you could totally tell that's Barbara Gordon. But, you know, it's nighttime and all that stuff, so it's fine. And I don't know, I'm pretty sure at this point in the comics, Jim still doesn't know that she's Batgirl. I'm not sure, though. I'm not up to date on my comics. The bat symbol is an overlay, maybe, or a sculpt? I don't know. It's hard to tell with these if it's an overlay or if it's actually sculpted in. I think it's sculpted in, though. You can see the nice little straps, which do carry on to the backpack that she has on her back, which is pretty neat. You can see where it's connected up here, so be careful. Don't tear that off of there. You can see like the little legal stuff on there. The cape, I'm not the biggest fan of the cape. I like the idea of doing dynamic capes. I like that idea, but I don't like how it just kind of like frays out to the sides like that. I do wish it was just kind of less dynamic, you know? I mean, of course, in a perfect world, I wish we had cloth wired capes, because I think all cloth capes should be wired, and I think all capes should be cloth, for the most part. Some of them, like this one, short, I feel like it could have gone either way, but I just wish it wasn't all frayed out. Or if at least it was matched this side, so it wasn't like a weird kind of whoosh, and then whoosh that side. But you can see she's got a nice little detail pattern on her shoulders. She's got a nice little bat ear. It's on the gauntlets, as well as the little dagger knife things, which do we still know what those are technically called? We got her utility belt. She's got all the pouches and everything. She's got a nice detailing, the bat on her lower back, and then she's got like the lines going down her sides and everything. Nice little bit of yellow that peeks over onto the side here. And lines carry down on the sides. There's no like knee pads or anything, but she does have these really cool like bat boots, yellow boots. I like the go-go boots. They're cool. This is a new design that I like. The having the spike type things on the back of the heel, I think that's pretty cool. She's got treads, which also have the bat symbol in them, which is a really cool detail, which most people won't, you know, see this. Like, whenever you have it displayed, you won't really see that. Or like whenever it's posed in a certain way, like if it's kicking that way, you'd have to be kicking like straight forward to realize that there's detail. So I like that attention to detail. It's, you know, it's not that it's unnecessary. I mean, it's unnecessary, I guess, to a degree, but it's a nice touch. I like it. And she's got, I don't know if you can, is that really picking up well on camera? She has like a nice black wash throughout the hair and the face. I like the face. I think the face paint is very good on this one. Sadly, I do not have the Batman Who Laughs yet. Whenever I went to GameStop, I picked her up because I got Nightwing, and then whenever I got Nightwing, I was like, all right, I have to get Batgirl next, because I promised myself that I would get Batgirl first, because I didn't think I was going to find Batman Who Laughs. So I went into GameStop, and they had all three of them, and I was like, I already had Nightwing, so I was like, all right, well, they got Batgirl, and they have Batman Who Laughs. I'm going to get Batgirl, and then I'll come back for Batman Who Laughs later, and of course, it was gone. I'll get it eventually, and I will review it on here, just because I want to show you guys the Batmobile and everything. Which leads me into the next part, which something that she comes with is the side of the Batmobile, I believe. Yeah, because Nightwing came with the middle, which you can see where it connects right here up this line. So she came with this part, and the treads actually do come off on here, which is pretty cool. But I love the design of this Batmobile. I think this is the coolest Batmobile that I've ever seen. Personally, it has like a nice comic mixture. It has a nice comic mixed with Ben Affleck and Keaton's / the animated series. Batmobile is all morphed into one. I think that's pretty cool. But anyway, let's go over the articulation real quick on good old Barbara. So her head can look up. Not at all. Not really. The hair kind of gets in the way. She can look down. Can tilt a little bit. Rotation can go all the way around, but I'm not going to do it. Shoulders can go up that far. Let's see. Is that including the... Yes. Go up that far. They can go all the way around. Butterfly joint makes the arm go down that far. Can move forward and back a little bit. Can I show you guys that without it freaking out? Yeah, a little bit. Doesn't have a whole lot of movement, but it has enough. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, which go up all the way. Eat your heart out, Hasbro. And got the standard McFarlane joints. They can go forward and back, or you can turn them to the side like so, and then do forward and back. Waist swivel, or waist joints. She has double. She has the upper like diaphragm joint and then the waist joint, so that together they can go the back forward that far, back that far. They can go to the sides, and then rotation at both of them. And unlike most of the other DC figures so far from this line, she can do splits, and you can actually turn her torso too whenever you do the splits. So it's not running into that. So the female figures seemingly aren't going to have this problem, I guess. It's probably the way that they made them, because I guess the female figures, they kind of, like, towards the waist kind of, I don't know. Because, like, this piece is bigger. This is a hard plastic, too, unlike Nightwing, who had a soft plastic kind of, like, crotch piece thing. So it could be the fact that this is hard plastic, so they didn't have to have the plastic go all the way down to, like, right here, so it would crash. It probably just kind of cuts off, like, right here, like, probably midway through the belt. But I don't know. No thigh swivel, really. There's a little bit. Double jointed knees. She can go up that far. She can't kick her butt or anything, but she can kick her cape. No boot swivel or anything. Feet can go back all the way. Go forward all of the way. Pivot. You can obviously rotate it, so if you wanted to rotate it, you could have her make it look like she just snapped her ankle, which is, I don't know why you'd want to do that to poor Barbara. Toe joint. Still fine. Pointless. Whatever. And then that's it for articulation. And I think the articulation is... Honestly, there's really nothing that I'd change. I mean, I would like it if the head could go up all the way. Like, you know, if the head can go up a little bit. But when you get everything all together like this, you can kind of get her to look up. So, that's not a big deal to me. I'm not going to be posing her like in a flight pose or anything. So, I'll be posing her, you know, kicking somebody in the face. Which you will see probably at the end of this video. Oh, yeah, that's right. Never mind. You will not be seeing it at the end of the video, sadly, because... I don't know why, but whenever I tried to add... Because I took like 30 pictures of Nightwing and all that stuff to show at the end of the last video. To kind of do like what The Amazing does, you know, where he shows like a whole bunch of figures, like showing off all the cool poses and everything that the figure can get into. And it just didn't... It didn't take them. I don't know why. Like, it made them so they were on screen, but they were like... Basically, like, if it was a picture like this, it was like this. And I even tried to like do fit and everything like that to try to edit it, to get it to go back, to zoom out and everything. It just wouldn't do it. So I apologize for that. But if you guys do want to see pictures and all that stuff, I'll probably upload them on Instagram. So if you guys want to check out my Instagram, which is Saints_Arrow. So at least it is as of right now. I think it's still that. I mean, it's probably that still. You'll be able to find me. But yeah, come on over and check out pictures of figures and all that stuff, because that's where I'll put them, you know, most of the time. So let's get into some size comparisons. Here she is next to the figures from the same line. Superman and Batman, and I think this works. I mean, I think she's a little tall, but you know, she's shorter than them, and that's what she's supposed to be. So it's not how Nightwing is, where Nightwing's a little too tall. But I think the scale works pretty well, and I like them all together. Okay. Let's be honest here. The face is not great on Batman. It's not. I don't like it. I don't like it. He's too weird and chunky. I don't like the Batman figure. Here she is next to Superman still, and Nightwing, and these are the three best figures that... Honestly, I want to say the three best figures that McFarlane has, like, ever made. Because I have so many McFarlane figures, and these three, I just keep playing with them. Like, I'll just be working on something, and then I'll just go, I'm gonna go mess with the Superman figure. I'm gonna go mess with the Batgirl figure. I'm gonna go mess with the Nightwing figure, you know? But Batman, hardly ever mess with that figure. I don't like it. I don't like it. And I'm not the biggest fan of the figure you're about to see compared to. But I like the scale here with these two. Superman's a little... I feel like Superman should probably be like... Let's get him. Like maybe that tall. But that's okay. That's not a big deal. As long as he's taller. So, you know, because he's supposed to be Superman, super tall. And now here she is next to the DC Multiverse Green Arrow. And Mezco 112 Jim Gordon. And Oliver with Batgirl, I think that works. It doesn't, you know, obviously jive because that's show and then comic. But I think if you really wanted to fudge Batgirl into your display for, you know, like if you wanted to put Batgirl as part of the Arrowverse, you could do that. I don't know why, really. But you never know. You might want to do like a multiverse, like, whole crossover with all sorts of figures. But I think I'm not the biggest fan of the Green Arrow figure. I like it. I wish it wasn't the weird overlay coat thing. I wish it was more akin to what they have, where it's the double diaphragm joints, or the diaphragm and then the waist joint, which he does have, but it's just, this is an overlay for it. And it makes him, on camera, he doesn't look that bad, but like in person, he looks a little too like disproportionate because his kind of thighs like bow inward, and I don't know why, or his knees, his like lower legs kind of bow out, and it's weird. But the crotch looks too low. Like, is that just me? I feel like the crotch looks low. I don't know, whatever. But the main comparison is Jim Gordon, and it doesn't work. It really makes me sad that it doesn't work that well. But if you wanted to get us as a placeholder until we get a Mezco Batgirl, because I really think we're gonna get a Batgirl. We'll probably get Nightwing first, and then or maybe even a Robin first, and then we'll get Batgirl. But I think we'll get Batgirl eventually in the Mezco 112 line. But if you wanted to, you really could do this, because you could be like, you could have Jim be in there and she could be like Commissioner Dad, man. And he can be like, yeah, what is up, Batgirl, who for some reason I do not realize is, you know, my daughter. You could fudge it like that, and I think it would work. It'd just be, you know, a trick of the camera, which is what I said the whole time during the Nightwing video. Really, honestly, you can put any figures together as long as you do a nice little trick of the camera. You could put a Hot Toys figure with like a 3 3/4 inch whatchamacallit, like vintage collection Star Wars figure. You could do that. If you really wanted to, you could do it. It wouldn't be that hard to do. Just trick of the camera. That's all it is. And you can get her into a one-leg pose, which is pretty cool, so you can have her kicking somebody in the face. Just wanted to see if that would work, because I knew it would work with the stand, but I wanted to see if it worked without the stand, and it does, so that's pretty cool. So overall, I like this figure. I'd give it probably a solid 9 out of 10, honestly. And I mean, yeah, that's really all I can say about the figure. 9 out of 10. If you guys can find it, pick it up. If you can find it for like a cheaper price than retail value, then absolutely pick it up. It's definitely worth the money. I like the Batmobile pieces, and I'm really excited to build that. I know that's not everyone's cup of tea. It wasn't mine, like, because I was like, why is it out of scale? That's like so pointless to have that. And then I got the 2 pieces that I have so far, and I love the detail on it and everything. So I'm excited to build that, and I wanted all 3 of the figures anyway, because I mean, I'm a big fan. Like, I love Batman and everything like that, but Batman's like my least favorite Bat Family member because I love me some Dick Grayson. I love the Titans. I love Teen Titans, all of that stuff. I love Batgirl, Barbara Gordon, Jim Gordon. They're my favorite characters, I'd say. I'd say my top 5 Bat Family characters are... Because, I'm not going to count Gordon, because Gordon isn't really part of the Bat Family. So it would be Dick, Barbara, Alfred, Kate, and Jason. They're my they're my top 5, I'd say. Because let's be honest, you know, he's come around on a lot of people, but I still and I will forever fucking hate Damian Wayne. He's just an annoying little brat. But that's not the point. This figure is great. I love it, and I think you guys will too. And let me know if you picked it up. Let me know if this helped, you know, if you guys were on the fence about it and now you're going to buy it, or now you are completely turned away from it. I'd love to know. So I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.